There has been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Welcome one and all, we are back with a Fan Awakens episode 14. We are on the heels of Star Wars Celebration. It is just on the horizon. We are a mere 14 days away. 13 days away?
I think it's 14.
14 days away from Star Wars Celebration Chicago 2019. Thank you for the assist there, Carrot. It's like John Stockton to Karl Malone right there. For 20 years. I mean, it's been about 10 years of friendship, but we're on our way. We are on our way, and there's actually finally, it has been so long since we've been on the Fan Awakens. I've been ill for a bit, but it's also been so long since really we've had any juicy news to bite into.
Yeah. Oh,
and
we got some things.
We got some things. We got some big things, and always take these things with a grain of salt. People seem to be running wild with them. But we had a leaked poster and character images over the week. A poster for Star Wars Episode 9 and character images for a bunch of characters. We have, Rey, Finn, Poe, Chewbacca, Lando Calrissian in an outfit that harkens back to what he was wearing in the Han Solo film, as well as two new characters. Naomi Aki's character appears to be named Jannah, and then we have a mysterious character, a new character, Zorii. A lot of people have been speculating that she's a bounty hunter, and a lot of people also seem to believe that she's being played by Kerry Russell, which I think is awesome. First off, Kerry Russell, of course, has worked with J.J. Abrams before on the Mission Impossible films. We know that she's working on the movie, and I think that it would make a lot of sense. You took a look at these character posters, yeah? I mean, the character shots.
Mm-hmm.
Anything particular stick out to you? I know we didn't get C-3PO with a bandolier and a bowcaster. What stands out to you?
Well, let's see.
Yeah, because Lando clearly stood out immediately. So I was like, wait, is that Donald? But no, that is indeed Billy D. I was like, wait, who did this?
Chewie still looking the same?
Yep, Chewie still getting younger.
Mm-hmm. Poe.
Okay, so I'll go first. Immediately, you know my favorite. What I gravitated to first, Rey. Pad Rey? She's got the Padme pants, but the Luke top. The top out of her outfit reminds me a lot of Luke from A New Hope, but the pants and the boots, those remind me of Padme from Episode 2.
Mm.
Does this mean that Luke and Padme had a child? That's incest. And no, I did see that on a couple comments, and no, I don't think so. But yeah, I just love this outfit for Rey. It looks very fitting. She looks very much like a Jedi, you know? Well, she still has those leather bands and straps to harken back to her roots on Jakku. I think that it's a wonderful outfit. Poe's got a new scarf going on. Clearly, they're going to be on some sort of desert planet. We've seen a few photo leaks. Is it Jakku? I think it is. Could be Tatooine. Maybe they'll be on both. Finn is back in action with a new haircut. We have Jannah. She looks like, okay, we're getting some actual bow and arrows going on in the Star Wars universe. I'm down with it. Yeah, Zorii, you can't tell, but she looks like a bounty hunter. Could be Kerry Russell. Do you hope that Kerry Russell is this bounty hunter? Do you hope she's someone else?
I would like her to be the
bounty hunter. Same. She can be going up head to head against Finn and Poe, maybe. And so the character posters are one thing. I think those are legit a leak. But as we get to the poster, one, I'm not completely buying this. The image I sent you right now for the purpose of talking about it isn't the full image. But if you look at the full one, it just says Star Wars at the bottom. If it was a leaked image, why would it not have the title in between Star and Wars? If you look at all the other, I have all the other posters here. It says Star, The Force Awakens, Wars. Star, The Last Jedi, War. That's just how they're made. It doesn't. I cut it off for this image, but that's how they're made. They don't have any Bad Robot logo. They don't have any Lucasfilm logo. There's no official logos at the bottom where they normally would be for a poster. And the other thing is a lot of these images, these character images on the poster are the same as those that were leaked. Yes, in a high resolution, maybe it is and it's a great poster. I like the poster quite a bit. I just don't know if it's real. Mark Hamill went on Twitter and said that it's not real. He said it looks like some very good fan art. And the other thing for me is if this was real, why wouldn't Lucasfilm just go ahead and release it officially if it already got leaked to everybody? You know?
Yeah. And I'm seeing like, what's the 2 First Order stormtroopers? They got them on. I don't know what the whole bottom red.
Yeah, I don't know either.
And then there's like the white.
Like that could just be for sake of the poster that they're red. Are they actually going to be red in the film? Because we have normal stormtroopers right there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is this just an aesthetic? Is there going to be a scene where there's a red light? Also, why the hell is Kylo holding a lightsaber like that? He's going to cut his finger off. Well, that's okay. Is he handing it to somebody?
And his helmet?
Huh?
Kylo Ren's helmet?
Yeah, is his helmet back?
It's all cracked and Who's that next to Finn?
I believe that's the rumored Kerry Russell. Oh, next to Finn. Where's Finn? Dude, I have no idea.
Why would that creature?
Not that, sorry. I was looking next to Poe.
Yeah.
And okay, the thing that stood out to me, okay, obviously I love Rey and I'm not going to lie, the thing that stood out to me most, C-3PO, not only people did not note this. Everybody talked about the bowcaster. He has Chewie's bandolier of ammo. He has a bowcaster. And he has Rey's staff slung around his shoulder. Now, if you recall, episode 2, C-3PO got a taste of blood. And you know what? I think maybe someone's going to get down. Maybe Chewie gets shot. He picks up the weapon and says, you know what? I'm fluent in 6 million languages and 6 million ways to kick your ass. And he just starts unloading.
Because I'm like, we've seen him in Attack of the Clones. He
is Snoke.
You think after seeing Attack of the Clones, you seen what he did out there? He was more
he
of a liability.
He said, "Die, you Jedi scum," or what? What did he say?
He did say something along those
lines.
lines. Yeah, I think it's a Jedi scum.
What am I saying? What was that? But there's a lot of takeaways. We have clearly the Knights of Ren right here.
But is that them?
Yeah, it's them. It's the Knights of Ren. I would bet.
Well, no, is that like in terms of you think that's how they're gonna look?
100%. 100%. All their masks are similar to Kylo's. I would bet my soul that those are the Knights of Ren.
Yeah,
we have, and an interesting thing is if you look at the very background, you have a Y-wing, an A-wing, and an X-wing. We haven't seen any Y-wings in the new reinstallments in the sequel trilogy, which is super exciting. We've seen new bombers, but we haven't seen any Y-wings.
Yeah.
We also see, if you look at the paneling, that's Death Star paneling. In the background.
What do you think about that then?
I don't know. I don't know what to think. That's the thing. That's why I'm like, I don't know.
What's that next to BB-8? Zoom in on that.
That's a new droid Squeaks.
Squeaks.
No, that's Transformers
I was like, that sounded familiar.
But okay, something that I know, I don't know how many people noticed, but if this is, see, you can tell a lot by poster, right?
Yeah.
You can tell a lot about the film. Our two biggest characters, Rey and Kylo, mirroring each other, which makes sense. Mm-hmm. You have Finn there, you have Poe, you have these new characters, 3PO's ready to kick some ass. Who's not there? Certain somebody named Rose Tico, not on the poster.
I was about to say,
She's nowhere. She's not there. Which means she's got to be either.
But what about the boy?
Who?
R2.
Look, I know. If I had to choose between 3PO and R2, I'm taking R2 every day of the week. No disrespect to Anthony Daniels. He's a legend. But come on. Here's what I think. They got some PIM particles, shrunk R2 down, and R2 is now the housing of Rey's new lightsaber, which I also think is a misdirection. If you look, that looks like the old lightsaber with a band of leather around it to hold it together. And I don't think that's the case. I do think that's a misdirect. I bet you she will have a new saber completely. She's either going to ignite the green and use Luke's saber, or she's going to construct an entirely new saber. But I do believe that is a misdirect as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. C-3PO, I just keep going back to him. There's a lot going on there. A lot going on there.
I'm like,
He doesn't look like he's scared. He looks like he just slaughtered like 1,000 troops. Look at those eyes. That's pain.
because I feel like you think he's gonna be using that? What about Chewie? What about Rey when she needs her staff?
Okay, but what if, look,
Yeah, I feel like he'll be.
what if
carrying
he
these things.
takes one shot, flies into the wall?
You think we're gonna see the end of C-3PO?
I don't know if he'll die. I mean, he's been in that state before. Remember Chewie had to carry him around in Empire?
That too, yeah.
Okay, another thing, the First Order is pretty well funded. They got a lot of money. Kylo couldn't afford a new helmet? Is that to super glue it together? What's going on here?
Maybe it's like,
No.
that's the mask.
I mean, you wear it every day. It's got to smell. I mean, depending on what's lining that
well, they'll
thing.
say we saw some shots in what was it, Last Jedi?
Yeah, what about it?
Like they got things. They could easily repair this. He's the ruler. He's
Supreme leader.
yeah, he's the supreme leader. Like they can't. No one's gonna get him a new mask.
Yeah, just give him a new one. I don't know. That's just me. I feel like he would have given that shitty helmet to one of his compatriots and taken see this guy in the back corner, Knight of Ren. Take that helmet, or this guy up front with this weird curved blade.
I was about to say, I was like, if this is the poster, Rey's directly looking at them
For once.
for once, whereas
Wow.
all these other ones,
She's always looking to the right.
she is, yeah.
That's interesting. But I do love that Finn's there. I like Finn being back in this thing. But Leia's not on the poster. Luke's not on the poster. This is our first Star Wars poster, saga-wise, in the new trilogy that hasn't had any of the big three on it. Unless the back is all a giant Force ghost or something. But yeah, that's kind of my takeaway. I actually wouldn't be super surprised if we see red stormtroopers. But I doubt it.
Troopers.
I think that's just coloring for the poster. But I wouldn't be terribly surprised. I will also say that once again, let's see if we go. Yeah, I think the Knights of Ren. They're all going to die in this movie. They're going to be introduced and then die. I saw someone on I think Reddit called this the Thai Dorito.
Oh yeah.
The Dorito fighter. I can already see it on a bag of Doritos. But yeah, I mean, that's just overanalyzing this poster. Because what else are we going to do? They dropped this.
Well, one thing is we've gotten great ships in all these movies. Space, battles between all the ships and stuff.
Sure.
And the starfighter over the.
Yeah.
But I'm what are we gonna see in this one? They introduced the silencer.
Yeah, the TIE silencer was fantastic. We need Millennium Falcon fighting again. Like a good Millennium Falcon fight.
In the thick of it.
Yes. Imagine a battle clash of ships, but in space. Battle clash. Just like you think Game of Thrones, Troy, Lord of the Rings, you have both sides flying at each other. Leading the pack on one side is the TIE silencer. Leading the pack on the other is the Millennium Falcon. I could totally see that. That's something that hasn't been done really, We haven't had that battle clash of ships in space.
Yeah.
And I'd be totally down for that.
What's a Finn carrying? What do you?
He's carrying a gun. He's carrying a piece.
So you're most likely thinking, no, this ain't it. But you're saying the character.
Look, because all of their pictures are the same images from the. Oh no, they're not. John Boyega isn't.
Is it?
No.
What's John Boyega wearing? He's wearing a.
But Rey's. Oh no, they're not. They're not. Some of them are poses. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's real. It looks production value wise, it looks real. But why wouldn't they have the title? Why wouldn't they have coming soon or the release date? Why don't they have all the official stuff at the bottom? Is it like a pre-visualization, like waiting for confirmation that someone leaked out? Maybe.
I mean, like, I
Maybe.
feel like they keep this under wraps pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. And my other reason why I don't think it's real is because of who J.J. Abrams is.
Yeah.
He's a master of deception. A master. And I refuse to believe that he would allow a poster to come out, and maybe I'm wrong, but a poster showing the remade lightsaber with a piece of leather holding it together? I don't think so.
Oh yeah. Upon a closer look, yeah. No, that would be that because that would be huge. That's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Because
It's possible. Don't get me wrong. It's
Yeah.
possible. I just don't buy it.
yeah,
Because why would it not have the title in the name? That's part. You wouldn't. They wouldn't design the title without the name of the movie.
yeah.
So that's my big thing.
Mm.
But yeah, that's a big thing. Go check it out. It's pretty much everywhere on the internet. So I mean, just type in Star Wars Episode 9 poster. It'll be there. You probably just go on Google. It'll be there. But we do have some more exciting things. Like I said, we are a mere 14 days away, 2 weeks away from Star Wars Celebration. We're going to be arriving on the Wednesday before, and trying to go to a couple things. We're not sure. Heard about Force Cello. We're going to go check that out. Apparently, it sounds pretty fun. Get some karaoke on. Also, the lotteries. That's a new thing. We can talk about the lottery system that they're doing at Celebration. Funko announced their exclusives. Lego announced an exclusive. And, of course, Hasbro.
We got the Phantom Menace. You got
Yeah.
Obi-Wan and
Obi-Wan and Darth Maul action figures,
Mm.
which are awesome.
But these are all lottery based.
Yeah,
right?
lottery based.
Yeah.
And I mean, shit, we're there for the 5-day. We got a good chance.
Yeah.
We got a good
I
chance
didn't
at
think
getting
about
something.
that too. The fact that I forget that not everyone's there.
Yeah. Some
For the
people
5 days,
only
one
got
day.
1 day of the thing,
That is true.
A lot of people.
That's
It's
Yeah.
because there's a limited amount of each ticket. And if you
Wow.
remember, all that's available right now, I think, is Monday Adult and Monday Kid, which is the last day. And I remember the 5-day sold out pretty much instantly. Because that's the real ones right there. So,
yeah.
that's a big financial commitment and all that. It took a lot of planning on our end. But Funko, awesome. They have these blue, shiny, like chromatic bobbleheads coming out. Princess Leia, Darth Vader, Yoda. Who else is in there? Goodness gracious. Oh my. Those are the big ones, right?
Yeah.
Princess Leia, Darth Vader, Yoda. I think Chewbacca maybe, C-3PO. There's one more. There's 6 total. But then Lego is doing a mini Darth Vader bust, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
That's their big exclusive they're having. I know the pops are limited at 2,500 a piece. I think Lego is giving away like, what was it, 200, 400 a day maybe. And then the Hasbro exclusives, I'm not sure what the amount they're bringing. But these are just some of the higher end as far as like demand items. There's going to be so many exclusives out there. Exclusive t-shirts, pins, poker chips, you name it. There's going to be hats. I'm so excited. I don't even know if I might as well pack one outfit because I'm going to buy so many clothes. It's going to be absurd. So my question to you, knowing what the exclusives are, if you can win the lottery for one of them, what would you pick if you had control of that?
In terms of like, are we talking about just like Funko or all the
All yeah,
What?
Funko,
Oh my god.
Lego, Hasbro.
Now the Lego one was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, Vader bust.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I was gonna say, yeah, the Vader, that would be cool to have.
Oh yeah, and then also, sorry, Funko's also doing a Darth Maul pop and a Watto pop, which is awesome. I would love to have both.
Yeah.
I'm Dry Daddy and Jedi tricks don't work on me. That was the worst Watto I've ever heard in my life. But we'll get through it.
Yeah, I think, I would want that's what I would want, the Darth Vader bus from Lego.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, because like I personally don't
yeah.
like.
If I could get the whole set of pops, I'll take the whole set.
Well, yeah, if they.
But I mean, it'd be pretty hard for me to turn down the Leia, blue Leia chrome pop.
Mm.
But if not, I think the Vader bust would probably be my next choice. One, it's been so long since I've bought any Legos, and it's just cool that it's an exclusive. The Vader bust is a nice piece that you can put up anywhere, and it's actually not all that big.
Yeah.
So I'm down with that. Also, something I've been struggling with, man. Obviously, I'm waiting very impatiently for them to announce Daisy Ridley's meet and greet or John Boyega. I need to get a picture.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, hypothetically here, there is a chance that John Boyega is going to be there. He posted a picture. He's going to be there for sure. But say hypothetically here, Daisy Ridley is not. Who do I meet? Whose pictures do I buy?
Wait, you're saying John Boyega if John Boyega were there?
Okay, John Boyega, duh.
Yeah.
He's number 2 on my.
Yeah.
Well, Mark Hamill, he hasn't been announced officially.
Mm.
But out of the list, because let me go through this. G, can you tell them a story?
Well, no, one thing that I was really glad about in terms of this year's celebration was how they're gonna make it more efficient and enjoyable for the people going.
Yeah.
Everything because we've watched some videos and we've heard
Star
about
Wars Explained. Shout out Star Wars Explained. They're awesome.
Yeah, they talked about their previous experience going to Celebration and how they've had some problems waiting in overnight lines. But this year they're not doing any of that. No camping, no lines. It's all based on a lottery system, which just makes everything more enjoyable. Now, because we were thinking about what will we do at night, and will we wait in these lines?
Yeah, why even pay for the damn hotel?
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna be waiting overnight on the floor.
Yeah, but now we
in advance, so you don't have to stress about that. I mean, we're gonna know before, if we're getting into the panel or not. So we're free to go to after parties, explore the city.
Yeah, we're
have
free
fun,
to do whatever we want.
Eat deep dish every night.
Well, make sure to get some vegetables and stuff. Not in the freaking pizza.
I'll get look, vegetable. Look, gee.
Okay.
What's a jalapeno's a vegetable, isn't it?
It's a pepper, isn't it?
I mean, is that a vegetable?
But yeah, it's so did you find out?
Oh yeah. So I mean, I have a lot of choices here. I mean, Hayden Christensen is still on there.
Isn't he the most expensive right now?
At the moment, which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that right now. I've planned for this.
You want to talk to him about Little Italy?
No, I don't. I absolutely do not. At the price of $199, I would pay $300. Where was that on? Was that on Instagram? Someone said that? It's on Reddit too, I think. Someone posted I would pay $199 if Hayden Christensen would come to my house in character from his Little Italy movie and make me a pizza. Some fresh arugula. Top that thing off. That pizza look gross. I mean, where's the pepperoni? Where's the mozzarella? What about the crust and the sauce?
Yeah.
But I mean, Hayden Christensen, come on. But to be honest, I do think out of the announced, the ones that really have me intrigued the most, piqued the most of my interest, obviously, Forrest Whitaker. Because I'm such a fan of his. I mean, yes, Bort Gullet, save the rebellion, save the dream, Saw Gerrera. But beyond that, I mean, we're film fans.
Yeah.
And he's one of the best actors in the world. What he's done 12 Years a Slave, I love him. We've been talking about doing one day doing a Forrest Whitaker Halloween party or something. One person could be Saw Gerrera. I mean, I want to be both him and Zorii.
Why you got to say it like that?
Dude, I'm just
get you a Zorii.
Zorii. That's how it goes, man. I love him. What was his? Why am I forgetting his lines? You will now be stripped of the power of the Black Panther. I love him. I love that guy.
So
12 Years a Slave.
5 people.
Okay, so I got to choose my top 5.
Yeah.
All right,
in the order.
Forrest Whitaker.
Assuming Ray's there. Well,
Daisy
Ridley, yeah.
Assuming she's there.
Yeah.
Assuming everybody's there. Look, because obviously Mark Hamill, Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, those are my top 3. But none of them have been officially announced. So I'm going through this list, and I see someone like Peter Mayhew. I see someone like, obviously...
Warwick Davis?
Yeah, Warwick would be great. Ray Park,
Oh yeah.
Riz Ahmed, big fan of his.
Mm.
Everything outside of Venom, because he's been in so many tremendous things, and he's in still a relatively young career. The Night of, one of my favorite movies, Nightcrawler. He was fantastic in that, and it's great that I just like that some of these people I'm like big fans of outside of Star Wars as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have a lot of voice actors. Tamara Morrison, I would love a picture with. I just watched Aquaman again last night, and he's so great. He's so great. I was watching. Sorry for a tangent. I was watching some of the special features, and Jason Momoa was talking about they actually consulted him and asked, like, okay, so who do you see as your dad, in this movie? And he said, without a doubt, it's Tamura, and I love, they have a great bit. If anyone has a chance, if you guys have Aquaman on Blu-ray, I implore you to go to the special features, check them out. They're all fantastic. But you do see a great bond between Jason and Tamura, coming from a similar background, similar heritage and all that. And I do think that it shows on screen, and they really dive into, putting some of their Polynesian background into the characters. And I thought it's pretty heartwarming, to be honest. But back to Star Wars, The Immortal Hands of Jango Fett. I mean, Warwick Davis, these are all under 100, as far as meeting them. I mean, Ray Park, Riz Ahmed, Warwick Davis, Peter Mayhew, Hayden Christensen, Janina Gavankar. I would love a picture with her because I could put it right next to my Rogue Squadron PlayStation, It'd be a nice piece.
You could, yeah.
Because she's Iden. It would go along with the whole aesthetic.
Because like what's cool about this is like, yeah, you could you purchase this before going to Celebration.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like
Hermione Corfield. Look, people don't understand. I don't think many people understand. I love Tally. She did not deserve to die in episode 8. A lot of people probably don't even know what I'm talking about. Tally Lintra, A-Wing pilot extraordinaire, sort of the right hand to Poe, and they just killed her, Not even they didn't even say, damn, Tally died. They didn't give me nothing.
Did she die by the silencer?
Yes.
Like or was it the TIE fighters with them?
No, that was Kylo killed her.
Well,
I'm ready. He needs to die.
He died. She died.
I hope Poe shoots him. 'Cause that's for Tally.
But
and then Leia shoots him.
You tried.
She says, "That's for
opening.
That's for Akbar." And then Finn shoots him.
Of Force Awakens.
That's just 'cause. That's for Han. And then Rey impales him with a lightsaber and says, "That's for Luke." It's sort of like that episode when, spoiler alert, Jon Snow died. And he's like, "For the watch." For the watch. They all take turns. For the watch. Then at the very end, BB-8 comes out.
Wait, hold on. You've been talking about like, okay, you're taking. What will you say to these people?
Hi. I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I'm quite a big fan of yours. I really appreciate the photo opportunity you're giving me right now, and I'd really appreciate if you can reciprocate a smile. That's it. Nothing creepy, nothing too out there. Just sort of normal, everyday talk.
I guess not.
Yeah, that was the appropriate button to push at that moment.
I mean, why? Look, what do you want me to say? Hey, thanks. Nice to meet you.
You do not want me to pull up the receipts of what you did at Disneyland.
Okay, look. See, because you keep bringing this up, I feel like I'm going to need to set the record straight because people are going to start to wonder, what the hell did he do? Nothing that bad, all right? I may have gotten into character a bit. I may have fleshed out an entire backstory for myself going to a certain meet and greet. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to say?
It's the specific content of what you
may
said.
have had a name.
And to what extent you went.
Look.
That is perhaps eyebrow
The
raising.
bottom line is I can meet Forrest Whitaker at 11:50 a.m. on Friday.
What about Anthony Daniels? Isn't he doing his little private?
Yeah, I would love that. He's just not listed on this.
Yeah.
Billy D. Williams. Just be cool, baby.
You could.
Billy D would be fantastic. But yeah, I don't know. Who would you pick off this list? You can meet one.
Did you say John? Was John on that
No.
list? Or you? He's
Boyega?
not. He's
No.
not. He's not listed yet.
Ahmed Best is squeeze me. You can hit that Jar Jar with him. I do appreciate that man
Yeah.
for everything he went through. I can still
Wait,
make Jar Jar
but
jokes.
I'd probably go with Ray Park.
Ray Park?
He was probably the.
Okay.
I definitely want to meet him.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely one of the guys that I appreciate the fans so
Sam
much.
Witwer too. Like I know he was listed too.
Yeah, Whitwer.
I would want to.
The only reason, obviously, he's higher on your list because I've been a Star Wars fan my whole life. Loved it. I just never got the Star Wars Force Awakens. Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
I never played the games.
Yeah. Even
So
though
like I don't have that. I mean, I know about him. I know the story of Galen Merrick and all that. I even heard some people trying to say that they think Jedi Fallen Order is going to be a retelling of the Galen Merrick story. I don't think so. I think that's ridiculous. What? Okay, so my question is that something that you want to be retold? Because I don't know if you know this, but you know the Inquisitors
Yeah.
from Rebels? You know that they almost brought him back into canon as an Inquisitor? Starkiller? Yeah, Dave Filoni was very close.
Could you imagine?
I mean, he's not going to be that ridiculous because that may have been what sort of turned me off of the game. I just thought it was absurd. Like, I just remember seeing it, and yeah, it looked cool, but I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, that was the most fan fiction thing I'd ever seen. Like, there's no way that some guy is at this power level, and then, like, a little while later, he's fighting with Luke.
Yeah.
It didn't do it for me. I wasn't that intrigued. I was too busy playing Battlefront 2 still. I never stopped. I still play it.
Yeah.
Actually, I have it right here. My Star Wars Xbox Battlefront 2.
Yeah, it's just those, those two mainly off the top of my head. It's just like I just really liked.
But yeah, Whitwer's so great, and he's done so much for the
such a
Star Wars
fan.
community.
Yeah, yeah.
As far as like, yeah, voice acting and the way that he sort of helped mold the Clone Wars. As far that he saved him from a few mistakes.
Yeah, and there's Ray Park,
Yeah, Ray Park's tremendous. I do think that I would have to go with Forrest Whitaker, and then I'd have to go with an OG. Oh man, Ian McDermott is a choice. I feel like Ian McDermott would be great
well,
because
well, yeah.
yeah, I got to go Ian McDermott, Forrest Whitaker,
Yeah, that would probably be like.
or Freddie Prinze Jr. challenging to a cook-off. I bet I could throw down ribs better than. No, I'd get washed. But yeah, Celebration's so close. We have a few things. Another thing that came out. I don't know if we'll get any bit of it. I hope maybe they'll give us a little tease or a little preview. Star Wars Del Rey, who publishes all the Star Wars canon, announced a few days back, maybe it was yesterday, that they're going to be releasing a new book. It's called Dooku Fallen Jedi, exclusively audibly. So no book, no hardcover, no hard copy book, only audible. And basically it's going to cover when Asajj Ventress was underneath him as his Padawan of sorts.
Now we cannot. When you mentioned books.
Yeah, let's stop. I've been ill.
No, I was not. I was not gonna mention that.
Okay.
What we're gonna get.
We're going to try.
Yeah. What is it? Well, I think
I'm getting to that.
Well,
Let me get through this.
I was getting
So-
excited.
Asajj Ventress, basically looking into Dooku's past. Why did he leave the Jedi Order? This is all stuff that I love. This is stuff that enriches the prequels, which I always love. Asajj Ventress is one of the greatest characters ever created, in my opinion. I think she's so complex and she has so much going on. She added so much depth to Dooku in her own character. So I think this is going to be great. It's going to add to a lot of what we see in episode 2. And that never hurts because episode 2 is a nap for me. I still like it, parts, but it makes me go to sleep. So that's great. But moving on, the better book news. There is a Celebration exclusive cover for Master and Apprentice, the Claudia Gray book that I cannot stop raving about before I've even read a word. Well, no, I've read a passage. That preview they had, but it's awesome. Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon back-to-back, lightsabers ignited, and some sort of, people of some planet, some sort of primitive-looking force all surrounding them, running in, and this excites me. This makes me just want to go. I mean, dude, and they're all signed. They come with
Yeah.
exclusive pins.
Yeah.
I'm like Han Solo, you know, when in episode 7 when Leia says, "And don't say the Death Star."
Oh my god. This guy, of course.
It's tremendous news because I was psyched just to get the book, to be able to get it there because it releases while we're going to be there. But then the idea of being able to get this signed copy with an exclusive cover, exclusive pin. I don't care if you hate reading, if you love Star Wars, if you like Star Wars. I hated reading before I picked up a Claudia Gray book. Claudia Gray is responsible for me calling myself a reader. She is solely responsible. Star Wars, yes, because I wouldn't have picked up the book if it wasn't for the Star Wars name. But I wouldn't have finished it if it wasn't for Claudia Gray.
That says a lot, folks.
It does. It really does. Because the last book I read for genuine pleasure before any Star Wars canon, since I've gotten into it around The Force Awakens, would have probably been some sort of Hank the Cowdog book, decades ago.
I thought it was like The Outsiders.
The Outsiders I read for a class. I enjoyed it. It was curriculum.
Yeah, so it wasn't off your own.
No.
Yeah.
And you know what? Those Hank the Cow Dogs, those were for school too, so that don't count. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong. It was a book on Kobe. So
Well, there you go. Yeah, if we get this book, yeah. I mean, I'm currently reading Lost Stars, and I'm excited.
how far are you?
Pretty far.
How far?
Not. I'm nowhere near halfway done, but I'll finish it before we go.
Have you made any progress since the last we spoke about it? No.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't.
I guess not.
Yeah,
Can't say I'm not disappointed.
but I got things going on, man.
All right.
Oh, you want me to bring up? Now you want me to bring that up?
No, I don't. Because I've read all Claudia Gray's material.
No. But
Anyways,
there's a specific
we're moving
book
on. We're moving on.
that
We're
you
nearing the end
promised.
we're near. I was on my death bed. Nearly. I felt like it. I was not feeling good for a while.
You hit that Terrence Howard on the
I
stretcher?
hit that Terrence Howard look on the stretcher. If you don't know, I think, wasn't that? Oh, yeah, it was on the stretcher. Look up Terrence Howard on a stretcher. And that was me for a good week and a half, 2 weeks. But we're nearing the end of the show. And unfortunately, I went through all the really exciting news. And I feel kind of bad ending on this kind of meh topic.
What is it?
Werner Herzog is to play a villain in The Mandalorian.
Okay.
He's playing a villain. I don't think this is a surprise. Look at the guy. Hear him talk. He sounds menacing.
Yeah.
He's old. He's born in like 42.
Well, that's awesome.
So I got to think, like, yeah, it is awesome. I love it because this show, The Mandalorian, they just keep casting like these older actors.
Yeah, and it's like, it's as we're, coming down with the end of Game of Thrones, it's like, you mentioned this long ago. It's like, what's going to be the next big thing?
Yeah.
That's going to like hope.
The crazy thing is we're doing this whole passing of the torch in the films with the younger characters and all. But in this show, some of these characters are older than Mark Hamill, Like,
Yeah.
they were around before. Obviously, we have, Werner Herzog right there. We have an older protagonist as far as, like, you would think typically in television like this, you would lead off a new show with a young lead. But I loved it. And not to say that Pedro Pascal is old, but, he's not like a young man.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be a bit grizzled, probably some experience. He's already probably seen quite a bit in this galaxy by the time we meet him. And I'm just really excited. I'm excited to hear that. I'm excited to see where it goes. Could he be Boba Fett? Doubt it. I'm sure some people are already circling that around the internet. But yeah, I'm just so pumped that we get to talk about this and we get to talk about Star Wars finally again. And Celebration, 13 sleeps. A fortnight. We got a fortnight until Celebration.
Yeah, we'll be there. It's going to be exciting to just, because, the biggest thing that you hear is the people you meet. Like, that's one of the greatest parts about going there. It's like, you're literally surrounded by just people, Star Wars fans. Like,
I'm planning to be surrounded by deep dish pizza.
That too, but you could be surrounded by both,
Yeah, probably.
So it's like, just think about it. It's picking up a slice while just, talking to the guy.
I don't think anyone's going to want to talk to me while I'm devouring a slice of Chicago style.
I can attest to that.
Deep dish pizza.
It's one that you'll have to like pull your sleeves up, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go sleeveless to this thing. I'm gonna wear a bib.
You think it's gonna put you to sleep afterwards?
No, absolutely not. But it may make me walk a little slower, you know?
Oh yeah, we may have to
15-minute walk to the place from our hotel, maybe a 20-minute walk back.
We'll take a couple of breaks in between.
Take a couple breathers. Maybe pack like a sleeping bag just in case I need to take a break.
And it's like, you know, I think we saw the maps about the different levels and like the showroom floor and like everything and how it's laid out.
And yeah, Reed Pop, once again, finally, I love that they're actually taking steps to improve the con as they go on, because, you know, the whole line system is a mess from everything we've heard. It's a mess.
Yeah.
At Orlando, it was terrible. People waiting overnight just and getting the door shut saying, if you're in this room, you're guaranteed entry.
Yeah.
Only to have a bunch of people cut them in the morning and not get in. Yeah. People who went back to their hotels and got a full night of sleep.
Yeah.
And that, I told G that I would be in jail. I'm not trying to promote violence here, but if I waited overnight and slept on a concrete floor just to have someone bright-eyed and bushy-tailed cut me, I'm sorry, but I'd be with C-3PO right there ready to kick some butt. Look, I'm not trying to kill anyone. I'm just using the staff, all right?
You'll hit him in the ankles?
I hit him in the cankles, yep. But yeah, I'm really excited.
Their line system, that's like,
and their app seems to be improving from last year's, or the year before.
Yeah, so I can just tell, like, it's just eliminating the fact of waiting, like, you know, reservations. I think that's what they were saying. You can reserve, like, to visit shops. You can reserve times to like allow. So it's kind of like Fast Pass.
Ease of mind and like. Because we're paying so much for the hotel, and you know, Star Wars Celebration, it's wonderful from everything I've seen. I've never been this excited for an event, but I mean, it is a commitment. It's a lot of money, and just the idea of paying for a hotel for all these nights, not knowing I'm even going to be sleeping in it. Yeah. Because I may be staying overnight for a panel, which I'm down for. Yeah. But it's kind of like, all right, you know.
Yeah, if it's not guaranteed. Yeah. Then that would be like.
I'd rather sleep in a bed.
I mean, just hearing like from Star Wars explain, like them talking, like they walked away sad. I was like, I don't know how we would feel.
I told you I'd be in jail.
Because I'm like, that would just be.
Yeah, I would. Oh, I'd be devastated.
Yeah.
Devastated. Yeah. But either way, I like what they're doing. We have.
Hygiene will be, you know, like very much promoted now. Cause people won't be
I take showers, you know, I'm not trying to. Like, I plan on bringing like a Febreze can, just popping a hole in it and throwing it down the line. Just in case. Maybe bringing spare deodorants and handing them out. Maybe we'll put Star Wars stickers so people might use them.
Wow.
I've just heard. That's the only thing I've heard poor about cons of this magnitude. Yeah. That, you know, sometimes you can tell when people don't shower. Yeah. And you're so crowded and...
But now we won't have to like, because they talk about like, again from Star Wars Explained, you know, they talk about like there's a lot of slow walking.
Yeah, the thing, we keep referencing this because they put up a great video saying, pretty much saying what to expect, what you need to bring, kind of going to Star Wars Celebration, which is a nice video. Yeah. And I'm not worried about the walking, any of that. I'm fine. But one thing I do, and see, as far as cons go, the thing that, as far as I can tell, makes Celebration so wonderful is that it's a con that's as big as any con, but it's all focused on one thing, Star Wars. You know, you hear about Comic-Con, and while I would love to attend it, there's so many different mediums there. There's so many different fandoms there, and they don't improve it. It's always at the same venue that's way too small, way overcrowded, so hard to get into. The panels, the panel system is terrible. You know, you could have a full panel for Hall H. It could be all Marvel fans who are going to take up spaces for smaller panels throughout the day until you get to that Marvel panel just because you can't leave. Say someone wants to go to a Supernatural panel, hypothetically here, and it's at 11 a.m. Marvel panel is at 3 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Those Marvel fans have to get in early and sit through all the panels they don't care about. Yeah. To get to their panel. While fans who maybe want to just watch those few or earlier panels, they may not get seats because there's people in there who don't even want to see that panel, you know?
Yeah.
And that's terrible. They've been planning, like, they're kind of halted on construction to expand the venue for years.
Yeah.
And I love that Star Wars is sort of going back and forth, different places, giving different people opportunities to go. Because the fact of the matter is, we live in California.
Yeah.
We're traveling to Chicago
Mhm.
for this. And I was prepared, saving to go anywhere in the world, basically. I would have gone to China if Celebration was in China. But the fact of the matter is, that's not always possible. Last Celebration, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to go to Florida. And so I love that, even though I wish they would just put it in LA because it'd be convenient for us, I love that, last time was in Orlando. The time before was in London. The time before that was in LA. Before that was Orlando again. Like, they kind of move around, giving different people opportunities, which is
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
Biggest event hall in the nation
Yeah.
at McCormick Place.
It's no better way to do it, you know?
Yeah, but we'll be posting a lot. I'm going to start posting a lot starting today, ramping up for Star Wars Celebration. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at the Fan Awakens podcast. Find us at Phantom of Movies on all social medias. You can find me at Eli in the Movies. And we will see you next time. But until then,
I don't have friends. I got family.
that was the wrong button. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to leave. We're just going to leave this place.
May the force be with you.